Mei Ling, also known as Chef Mei Ling. So today we're going to be making tacos, and we're going to be making fresh guacamole with chips. So next up you're going to see Bonnie, also known as Chef Bonnie.
Hi everybody, today we are making tacos and I'm Chef Bonnie. Next up you'll see Chef Greg.
Hi, I'm Chef Greg, the last member of the BMG Executive Chefs, and today we're going to make tacos with fresh guacamole and chips.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to be telling you the ingredients for our tacos and our fresh guacamole sauce. So we have our pico de gallo salsa, we have our spicy and our mild. We have lemon and a lime. We have our jalapeno peppers, avocados, tomatoes, peppers, an onion. We have our fried pinto beans, salt, red pepper flakes, our jack cheese. We have our lettuce, our cilantro, our brown rice, chicken breast, and we have the tortillas. So now we're going to start putting our brown rice and water into our rice cooker, and it's about 1.5 cups. And we're going to start cooking our rice now because brown rice actually takes about an hour to cook, and that's a pretty long time, and the rice is one of our very important ingredients in the tacos, so we need to start cooking. So now we're going to put our water into our rice cooker. I've just put into the brown rice into the rice cooker, and we're going to add about 3 cups of water into here.
Let me demonstrate how we cut an avocado. So just go all the way through like that. And so I split it. And then I can remove the skin easily from this side. And then the side with the seed, I split again. And then I can actually, see, remove the seed very easily. And now I can just remove the skin from each part and it comes off. If you don't do it this way, it can be really messy. See how that comes out really nice and clean. Also, this is good quality organic avocado from Whole Foods. So the next ingredient we're going to add to the guacamole is onion. So I'm just going to cut, I'm going to use 1/4 of this really large onion. And what I do is at first just cut it in half. And I take that half, I just remove that end part, and I'm going to dice this. So I actually want to remove the outer part.
And guys, if you're cutting the onions and you start crying, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just something in the onions that just makes you cry sometimes.
So, Mei Ling, are you crying now?
No, I'm not crying.
But I haven't really cut into it too much, so let's just see what happens. Yeah, let us know if your eyes hurt. Anyway, so now as you can see, I cut it lengthwise a few times, and then I just cut through that to dice it. And I'll do this for the next part here. Actually, so I think that's enough for the guacamole, and the rest we'll reserve for the tacos.
And it actually smells really good.
Next, we're just going to chop some fresh cilantro, and we're going to add that. So just a good, handful.
And cilantro has a very fresh flavor. It's used a lot, actually, and it's very refreshing, and the smell is also awesome.
And next, we're just going to chop 2 jalapenos and add that. That will go in our guacamole as well.
These jalapenos aren't too spicy, so it adds a very great flavor and a little bit of spice into our guacamole.
But not too spicy.
Yeah.
Now we are going to put the avocados in a bowl, and right now I'm only using my fingers to put them in, but later on I'm going to use a fork to mash them up. And later on, afterwards, I'm going to put the other ingredients in. Right now, Mei Ling's mashing them up, and I'm putting the rest of them in. After we mash them up, but just like I said before, we're going to put the other ingredients in.
Is that fun mashing, Mei-Ling?
Yeah, it takes a little bit of effort because you want to mash it up thoroughly. Make sure that all the big chunks are mostly mashed up. And then after that, we're going to add the rest of our ingredients into our guacamole. So while Bonnie's mashing up the avocados, earlier we came up with a weird but pretty funny joke actually. So as you can see, Bonnie's using her hands, right? She's saying she's a green-handed alien. But anyway, so we came up with this joke about cavemen from Mexico, and she's like, and we're all like, this is how the cavemen used to do guacamole, by using their hands and smashing it up. I like guacamole. Squishy.
I think it's a very original and effective way to mash avocados.
But
good job, girls.
We still need to use our fork to finish it up, but this is the caveman way. While Bonnie's getting the rest of the guacamole off her hands, I'm going to start putting the rest of the ingredients in. So first I'm going to put our jalapeno peppers and our cilantro. Just add it in there. And I'm going to put our onions.
Can I mash now?
Not yet.
Okay.
So after I've put all of these in, I'm just going to squeeze some lime juice and lemon juice into it. This is going to give it some acidity, and it's going to give it very, very fresh flavor.
Oh, and don't forget to add the red crushed pepper, just a little bit, because I think they'll add some flavor.
Yeah, I'm going to do that after I do the lemons, and it's going to give it a little spice and a lot of flavor.
And then, of course, we want some salt in there.
Yeah.
Lots of
And we're going to add some of the salsa. So hi everyone. So our guacamole, we've added everything in it, and I'm just going to taste it because you really want to taste this to make sure that you think that it's good. I think it needs a little more salt, so I'm just going to put a little more salt.
And do you think it's a bit spicy for little kids?
No, it's not that spicy.
Okay.
It's not that spicy. And I'm just going to mix it up.
Hopefully it's perfect now, just by adding a little bit of salt. Let's see. Give it a taste.
Yep. Okay, let's see. That is delicious. Amazing. So I'm just going to kind of season the chicken a little bit. Not too much, just simple flavors because this is going to be added to the taco. But of course we're going to cut it up so it's not as big. And I'm just going to season both sides. I know that may look kind of weird, but that's what we're using. It's fresh chicken, so.
It's actually organic chicken breast.
Yeah, so.
So we're just chopping some of the other ingredients that are going to go into the tacos. So we have these heirloom tomatoes, which I really prefer. I get them from the farmer's market. They're super delicious, like much better than your standard tomatoes. And we also have the bell peppers. And just make sure you don't use the center of the bell pepper, of course, because that really isn't very tasty.
While Chef Greg was dicing up the tomatoes and peppers, I was seasoning the chicken. And so after I've seasoned the chicken, I'm just going to hand it over to Chef Greg, and he's going to...
I'm going to grill it on the barbecue. Fired up the grill, and we let it heat up a bit. And now we can put our chicken that Mei-Ling seasoned so nicely, just put it on the grill. So I'm just going to saute the onions in olive oil. Actually, I use extra virgin olive oil, and this will, make them. We'll actually saute them until they're caramelized lightly, and that will add some flavor. And on top of that, I'm going to add the bell peppers.
And while we're doing this, the chicken's still on the grill cooking, but make sure you check on it once in a while to make sure it doesn't burn or overcook.
Good idea, Chef Mei-Ling.
While Chef Greg is cooking the rest of the ingredients, the onions, the peppers, the tomatoes, I'm going to start shredding the jack cheese. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of lightly shred it. So while Bonnie was shredding the cheese and Chef Greg was washing and chopping up the lettuce, the rice cooker just went off at perfect timing. So now Chef Greg is cooking the peppers and the onions. We also have our tomatoes over here, but we're going to leave these uncooked and you'll see why later. Okay everybody, so now that Chef Greg is moving on to the beans, I am going to just season the peppers and the onions a little bit with some salt and pepper and some other spices.
And so the barbecue has done its job, and we have really nicely cooked chicken breast, and this is going to make the meat in our tacos shine.
So everyone, just then we recorded the chicken and it was done, and now just on time the onions and peppers are done.
So we just added some oil to the pan, and this is how we're going to build our burritos, right? So we just heat up the tortilla quickly. Wait, let's redo it. I said for building our tacos. So essentially, we're going to heat the taco up. We just put a little bit of oil in a pan. Heat this for about 10 seconds. So you have a nice hot taco shell. Then we're going to add our rice. That's our main ingredient. And then everything else that goes on it. So I'm going to, and this is really the choice of each person, right? But I would like to have some of the sauteed onions, some guacamole. For example, I don't think Mei Ling probably wants guacamole, right?
How dare you! I tested this. I seasoned a lot and a lot and a lot. I definitely want to try it. My hard work.
Okay.
Our hard work.
Plus, I think it's really good, right?
It is really good.
I mean, every part of this. So then I'm just going to add some chicken. And again, this is to everyone's, personal taste. Some chicken, some tomato, and then, everyone else can go through this and build their own. I think I'll add just a little bit of the cilantro.
That is
a super taco. Maybe a little bit messy. So let's see how the girls can do. Hey girls, so now that you have your tacos, what do you think?
They're amazing. Awesome. They're really big, but they're so good. I have to admit, they're the best tacos I've ever had, and I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Anything to add, Bonnie?
Well, the tacos are awesome, and I can't wait for the next video we do.
Yeah, I think this was definitely a success, and I want to thank you guys. I think you did a great job. So hats off, and a big pat on the back.